Hey guys, Adam Hubbard, Director of Fitting here at the Raspberry Golf Academy. Today we're out here at Bull Run Golf Club in Haymarket, Virginia. And in this video, we're going to do a little bit of a head-to-head competition. So if you saw my previous video, we did a little bit of a club review on the i500 from Ping, that new players distance category. So in this video, I wanted to do something kind of a little bit of a comparison of some of the other products that are out there. So in that same type of category, you've got the Ping i500, also the Taylormade P790, and the Callaway Rogue Pro. Now those three clubs are really similar in the type of design that we're looking at. Similar type of hollow body constructions, thinner faces, stronger lofts, but for that player that's maybe progressing from a game improvement iron but not quite ready to go into a straight player's iron or blade style golf club. So check out that other video if you haven't done so as well. Please, if you like this video, subscribe, hit that like button, share. You can find me on all the different social media platforms as well. So please check those out, and we'll get started here on a little bit of review with those three clubs. All right, so first club I want to test today is going to be the Callaway Rogue Pro. Now, this club's a little different in the terms of the design of the product. The other two are a true hollow body construction. This one is a little different in the fact that it still has a little bit of a cavity back. The difference that Callaway does is that they use what they call cup face 360. And what that does is it still allows them to have a very thin face. There's still a material on the inside that they put those little holes in, what they call microspheres, in that polymer to give the club a very soft, solid feel. Almost forged-like in the way that it sounds and feels. A lot of these clubs, they try to tune them to get that sound that a better player likes. When you mishit it, hit it in the center, hit it off the toe or the heel, you want to be able to tell and get that level of feedback that helps you improve your ball striking. So this club is about a ½ degree weaker than the other two, but all right around 31. This is 31.5, or 31. The other ones are 30.5. All using very similar shafts, 120 gram stiff flex shafts. So we're going to hit about 5 balls with each club, and we'll look at the data at the end. I'll do a little review on each product as well, so you can kind of see some of the differences. Kind of my thoughts, my feelings of how the club looks and sounds as I hit them. Now, the thing I really like about this iron is the level of forgiveness that you hit it. That was a little bit thin, still got out there pretty good, a little bit of a draw. Really nice flight, little soft draw again, which is my preferred ball flight. Really consistent, which is what I really like about this product. Little push, still hit it pretty solid. Just a little bit of a fade. That was really solid. Really nice flight. Alrighty, so we'll look at those numbers at the end. Next up is going to be the Taylormade P790. So this club came out kind of right at the middle to end of 2017. Came out with a lot of fanfare. Really designed to kind of compete with that higher, price point iron, the PXG 0311. Similar technologies, forged body, thin face. Speed foam is what Taylormade puts inside the golf club. That's kind of their same material, designed to support the face, tune the face, make it feel more like a player's iron, give that softer feel when you're hitting it. Very similar look to the Rogue Pro when you set it down. It's got that thinner top line, minimal offsets, even a little bit of progressive offset in this style of club as well. So longer irons are maybe a little easier to hit, and then as you work down, they get a little bit more of a blade look. But certainly very sleek in the design, very minimal kind of graphics on the back side. It says P790, has Taylormade written on the back. Very clean product. We'll do the same thing. We'll hit about 5 shots with this club, look at the data at the end, and kind of see how it compares with the Rogue Pro. Strong feel. Ball feels like it's really coming off the face very, very hot. That was a nice flight. A little push, but still held its line really well. This ball still feels like it's jumping off the club face. Really, really nice flight. I mean, those are all dead straight. Maybe a little baby fade, but hit really, really solid. All right, let's hit one more here. A good example of the forgiveness. That was hit a little bit off of the toe, moved a little bit to the right, lost a little bit of ball speed on it, but still, you know, held its line pretty well, and that was a good miss. So that's the Taylormade P790. All right, so next up is going to be the Ping i500. This is the one that we reviewed a couple weeks ago, so if you haven't checked out that video, you can see that in the link down below. So we'll do the kind of the same thing as the other two, hit 5 shots with this one, see how the ball flight looks like, and check it out. Yeah, the other two definitely feel like they've got a little bit more pop to them. So when you hit it right on the button, the ball really feels explosive when it comes off the face. This one just doesn't seem like it's got the same kind of pop to it. Well, that one was really good. But certainly, like I said, when you hit this thing right in the middle, it definitely is a great feeling club. That was struck really well. It definitely goes when you hit it right. The thing I see with this one, for me anyway, is that it's a little harder to turn over. That just could be just maybe a little bit less offset than the other two clubs. So if you struggle with a hook, this might be the way to go. If you have a little bit of a fade in your game and maybe you want to have a little easier time drawing the golf ball, then the other two definitely might be a little bit easier, just because they have a little bit more offset than the Ping i500. So all right, let's go check out some numbers and we'll see how they look. All right, guys, so we're going to look at some of the data here, and I'll put this up on the screen for you so you can kind of see what we're looking at. So just kind of going over the 3 golf clubs, Rogue Pro, P790, and the i500. All very, very similar in terms of, you know, carry numbers, club speed, ball speed, kind of what we're looking at. Rogue Pro carried 176, P790 at 175, so almost a wash. Very, very similar ball flights that I was seeing between all 3 golf clubs. The Ping, a little shorter at 165. Some of that you can see was based on the ball speed, but just being a little bit lower. Both the Taylormade and the Callaway were at 117, 0.4, 0.7, so basically a wash as well. Difference really between, you know, what we're seeing in terms of the carry distance is that ball speed number. So about every mile an hour is about 2 yards, 3 yards, depending on who you talk to. In this case, you know, we're seeing a 2 mile an hour difference, which is going to be between 3 and 6 yards, and that's kind of what we're seeing here, almost a 10-yard difference in that. Also had a higher spin rate, so that's also going to attribute to some of the distance loss on that one. Very similar launch, though. They all launched about 19.3, 18.8 for the Taylormade and 18.4 on the Ping. And that kind of goes back to what I was saying before, is that, you know, I think the Rogue Pro and the P790 are just a little bit more forgiving. The ping is a little more blade-like when you set it down, and a little less offset. So I think it's more for that player that's wanting a little bit more of a blade, wants a little bit more workability, not necessarily trying to be so explosive that you know, you're going to get some of those hot spots. The one thing with the ping was that it was very consistent with those distances. So maybe it was a little shorter, but it was 165, 167, 164. Very, very similar numbers every time I hit it. The Taylormade, I'd have one that goes 180, I'd have one that go 170, so they average out 175, so a little bit more variance between we were hitting. The Rogue Pro was more like the ping in that, seemed like it was going 174 to 177, so it averaged out pretty similar on most of those shots. So I like that from a player's perspective for myself, that I want those clubs to go you know, more consistent, so I know it's going to go the same yardage just about every time if I hit it well. The other two, like I said, the ping and the Taylormade, though, on the miss hits were a little bit more forgiving. When I miss hit the ping, it definitely seemed like it dropped off a little bit more. Just some of the forgiveness maybe built into the head is a little bit different, that little bit more offset. Slightly thicker top lines, like I said, between those two. So, you know, for that player that is trying to progress for that game improvement iron into a player's iron, the Taylormade and the Callaway might be a better option. Where maybe you've already kind of been playing in that style of golf club and want something maybe a little bit more blade-like, then the ping might be a better choice. But that's the beauty of getting fit, is that you can come in to a bay like ours here at the Raspberry Golf Academy, and you can try all these products. We have all these different shaft options so that I can fit you into the right clubs. Using Launch Monitor, you're going to see the ball flight outside, so it gives you all that data that you can make an informed decision on the appropriate club for you. And so I take all these numbers, take all this data, and say, hey, you know, for you, Club X is doing better, or no, Club Y is doing better. And that's the important part of getting fit. You know, as you go along and look at the rest of the numbers, you know, they're all pretty straight. Like I said, the Callaway, a little easier for me to turn over. The Taylormade was pretty straight, maybe a little bit of a fade. The ping, I tended to fade just a little bit more. Once again, not as much offset in the head, a little straighter leading edge. Everything else was pretty similar. The thing I did like about these is they still maintain a good height. So, you know, like I said, these clubs are on the stronger side. The Callaway's at 31. The ping and the Taylormade are 30.5. Those are strong lofted 7-irons. And they're designed for distance. You know, back in the day, a 7-iron may have been 34 degrees. If you look at if you want to call it a blade or a true player's iron, most of the time the lofts are a little higher. They're going to launch about the same, but they're going to spin more. With these, you're going to get a higher launch, but a mid-spin rate, but due to the angle of the ball coming in, 45 degrees, they're going to hold a green. So you're going to have no issue getting the ball to stop with these golf clubs. Peak height, all about the same, 95 to 100 feet. So very, very similar between those three. The Callaway is maybe the highest between those, but once again, all very, very similar. Very, very, you know, confident golf clubs. So I would say definitely come in, check them out, hit all 3 golf clubs, set up an appointment with me, come in and get fit, and we'd love to, you know, test them out and see how they're doing. Put these in your hands and try some of the hottest products out right now. If you like our video, like I said before, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell on the bottom so every time that I post a video, you get notified. Share this with all your friends. You can find me on all the different social medias at Adam Hubbard Golf. I'll put a link down below in the description as well. And hope you like my video. Please continue to subscribe and watch these. I really enjoy making these videos. I hope you'll enjoy watching them. Hopefully they get better each time we do these. Just getting better, and you know, hope to see you soon.